How do you see the country? I'm not trying to get into politics, by the way, but I just got one question.
Yeah.
Like, how do you see your area you live in now, like changing, like through like the hip hop culture of politics, and also due to like now you got Trump in power? Like, is that kind of like influencing the community that you go into?
It's not really influencing it, to be honest, because where I'm from, the crime rate is very high, and it's like it's pretty much like a crab in a bucket. People just trying to survive day by day. It's like they're not really into a whole bunch of politics because they got a war that they're fighting in their own communities for. It's like the drugs and the murders and the kidnappings and things like that. So that the politics is so far away from them because they live in a community where they feel like they've been forgotten about. So it's like pretty much survival mode for them. So everybody's going for what they know pretty much. So it's like, it's very cutthroat. It's like, I'm not going to even like paint a pretty picture of it. It's like, but these are the places that God has called me to go into to show a difference and impact these people's lives. So because I may be the only church that they get a chance to see, because a lot of these people, they don't come to church, or they may not be used to church protocol and different things like that. So they feel like they have to dress themselves up to come to church. But Christ is saying, go to them, be that light, draw them in. So that's pretty much where I'm at. It's like that's my meat of my ministry is very outreach. I'm very hands-on with my ministry. I don't just talk it. I live it and be an example to them because it's very important.
Yeah, that's the best way to be in it. Like you're living your life in Christ, and they're just seeing how you live in, and then they'll be like, "Yo, why are you doing that for?" And now you can say, "Yo, that's because."
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Yo, man. So tell us about Tell us about Black Gold, man. Like how you put it together, and what's the collaborations and features you got on there.
Oh, Black Gold, man, I produced it myself from top to bottom. I didn't have any features on there. I did everything myself. I recorded it, I mixed it, I mastered it, I wrote it, and only thing I didn't do was production, pretty much like mass production and pressing up. I sent off to another company to do that. But I did everything myself, and it's like I'm very proud of the project that God allowed me to make, because there was a lot of roadblocks and a lot of different trials and tribulations that I went through when I had to produce this album. It's like it was very difficult with a lot of roadblocks that were set up and came up against me, but I pressed through it, and now to see the fruits from it, it's like, man, it's been such a blessing to see people sharing it on Facebook, posting pictures with it, and lives being changed. It's like it's a God thing. That's pretty much.
And you've done 3 studio albums, so like how long have you been in the game of music so far then?
Oh man, I've been pretty much hands-on with the music a little over 20 years, man.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a long time, man.
I started off doing secular music. I did secular music for several years. Yeah, performing in nightclubs, house parties, you name it, in the most gutterous places. Yeah.
What's your church like? Do you have a kind of church where you can openly play you can have like a hip hop rap like concert, like for Christians obviously, but can you obviously you're inviting everybody, but can you have that kind of thing in your church?
Yeah, absolutely. We have sometimes we have events and stuff like that. My pastor is very supportive of what the mission that I have or whatnot, because we have quite a few young people at our churches, and we know what it takes to gear our ministry towards the next generation. So we have to pretty much cater towards the younger people, because they're the church of tomorrow. It's like if we don't do anything to get those people, we're going to lose them.
Yeah, man.
Like we have traditional as well as the young, so we got to merge the two together and not just throw one away and just do one way, because I don't just believe in just rap. It's like I also believe in getting merged up, because it is sometimes where I don't feel like hearing rap, to be honest.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got to have both sides, I guess. You got to have the culture of hip hop, but at the same time, you got to kind of give them the food of the Bible, haven't you? Really? Exactly.
Because sometimes people just hide behind the music, and their life is very shallow. All they want to do is rap. They don't have no substance about their life whatsoever. It's like, I don't believe in just doing just that. It's like, open your life up to be an example to people.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like when I go to these projects in different places like that, I go and engage the culture, learn what they like. You know what I'm saying? I shoot basketball with them, stuff like that, before you just go hit somebody across the head with the body.
Yeah, man. I think that's the best thing to do, man. I mean, what you're doing is great, man. Like getting into the culture around your church and trying to like showcase Jesus through it. I think it's amazing, man. Yeah,
Absolutely.
man. Let's get into the other two tracks, man. I got "Wanna Be a Dope
Okay.
Boy." I got "Wanna Be a Dope Boy" and "GF Gone Fishing." So that is just "Gone Fishing," right?
Okay.
So do you want to introduce them?
Yeah, man. That want to be a dope boy is pretty much talking about the people that want to continue in a lifestyle of selling drugs and different things like that. Know that it's consequences that come behind these things, and I've seen them done to numerous of people. And it's like, it's devastating because there's no good outcome if a person continue in a lifestyle that goes contrary to God. But the music going to speak for itself. I kind of paint a picture. I like painting like a canvas, pretty much for a person can get a real in-depth feel of what I'm talking about. So I'm very passionate about that. But yeah, Gone Fishing is pretty much talking about my mission of going out into the world and fishing for souls of men. It's like in my own backyard, in my own community, where I live at, where I have hands-on experience with these young people and stuff like that. So I go if nobody else goes with me. And it's pretty much the heartbeat of